It's me, it's Queen said Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. All right, someone asked me a very interesting question last night. A woman told me that she got married at 18. She had never had sex before. And she met this guy at church, and he was a nice boy. His parents knew her parents, and she thought the smart thing to do would be to get married. She married him. They have a good life together. She loves him. It's been 15 years. They have 2 kids, and they have a good life. It's not like they have a bad life, and they have a good relationship even. The problem she's having is that their sex life has always been awful. And basically, they got married so young that she feels like they never really learned what to do. She said that when they have sex, it's more like him. She said him getting on top of me and doing his business. Now, any of you who saw The Color Purple, that was a line that Miss Seeley said about her and Mister. So if he's getting on top of you doing his business, that means that it's more mechanical kind of sex. And when she first said it, I was like, have you never had an orgasm, or you just don't think you had orgasm? Because I'm thinking if she doesn't know much about sex, she probably doesn't know what an orgasm is. But she was like telling me about, their love making or their sex. And there is no love and making, actually. There is no tenderness to it. It's kind of like he rolls over, he gets on top of her. A couple minutes later, it's over, he go to sleep. It's like that. And she was like, how can I enjoy this? Because she was like, it's such a chore to her that lately she started saying no. And she really feels like their relationship is going to suffer because obviously if you're not having sex with him, she thinks he's going to get it elsewhere. So she's like, how can I fix this situation? She's like, I've talked to him about it before and nothing has changed. So I just want to tell you guys, first and foremost, don't be out here in these streets having Mickey Mouse sex. I said it. Don't be out here in the streets having this Mickey Mouse sex. What is Mickey Mouse sex? Bad sex. It's not. My thing is this. I learned as a young girl, either have sex or don't. Don't be out here in the street just doing that, Because I'm going to tell you, when I first started having sex, a few times I had a situation where I just wasn't feeling nothing. Nothing was going on, And I felt like I had to keep going because I'm laying there like, oh God, I hope he hurry up. So my mindset was just like, let them hurry up and get it done, And what I realized from being in those situations, that if I'm not being pleased, I don't have to stay in the situation. So one day I was with this person that I had been with for a while, and I was young, and I was like, I'm not feeling this. And he was like, I know what I'm doing. And I was like, you know what? If you knew what you were doing, I wouldn't be telling you I'm not feeling this. Get off of me. So I took back my agency at that moment. Like, look, this is not working for me. And that's something that I feel like people need to do. You need to tell your partner when something's not working for you. Instead of, in her case, she says she makes up excuses. She just doesn't come upstairs. She stays on the couch. She does all kind of things just to not to have sex, instead of just saying, this is not working for me. I don't want to keep telling you no. I don't want to keep turning you away. I don't want to keep on faking orgasms. This is not working for me. And that's what you need to tell him. He is of the impression, I don't know what his impression is. He's of the impression, it's been 15 years. So he's of the impression that it's at least good enough, And you have to tell him, you have to take your agency and tell him in the kindest way possible. Because I didn't say it very kindly. He was like, I know what I'm doing. And I was like, dog, no, you don't. So don't say that. Just tell him in the kindest way that you possibly can that this is not working for you and it's never worked for you. And you don't want to keep faking your love, your sex. You don't want to keep faking with him. That you want to go on an exploration to see what you both like. And that's scary. It's scary to say those words to your husband. It's scary to then have to go on a journey with him like that, you know? The words are the scariest part, because you and I both know that people, especially men, don't always take that kind of news very well. Most of us, I don't think, would take that news very well. We'd all be kind of embarrassed or, feel some type of way. But it's a conversation you guys need to have if you want to maintain the relationship. Because like you said, if you keep turning him away, eventually, what is he going to do? Some men will never cheat. Some men will just keep, begging you, and others will turn somewhere else. And if you can fix something in your marriage, why not just fix it? So if it was me, I would tell him that. It will start with a conversation. And we need to do something different. We can't go on like this. So we need to see a sex therapist. We need to learn some tantric, activities. Some of them, they have like intimacy, what do they call them? Intimacy meditations. I gave one, as a matter of fact. I gave you guys a meditation for couples a day, I think it was yesterday, maybe yesterday or the day before. So going to tantric workshops together, learning more about intimacy, figuring out what do you like, because all this time you've never figured out what you like, So you guys need to go on a journey. And the beautiful part about it is that could be a really fun journey. Once you get past the initial talking about it and he agrees to go on the journey, the rest of it can really be beautiful, honestly, because you can learn more about yourself, how to please yourself. There are, from what I remember reading, at least 7 different ways for a woman to orgasm. So it would be wonderful for you to learn more about yourself and about your body, and for him to learn how to please you. And it's possible. And I think you should go on the journey. Otherwise, you may end up in a situation where, like you said, he goes off somewhere. Why lose your husband for something that you guys can fix? You can fix this. It may not seem like it. It may seem hard, but you can fix this. It's just going to take for both of you to work together. So any of y'all out there that have this problem, number one, when it comes to sex, if you're a married couple, that's one thing. If you're not married, I'm always an advocate for safe sex. If you are married, those are conversations you have to have with your partner. So whatever kind of sex you're having, be safe about it. And then the next thing is making sure you're pleasing yourself and you're pleasing each other. You see? So if you're having sex and he's just rolling over, then y'all got a problem right there. Y'all need some foreplay. Y'all need, some afterplay. You need a lot more going on to beef up this, to beef this up. And once you do that, it'll be amazing. But the first thing is the conversation. So you need to tell your husband the truth. And the two of you need to go on a journey of sexual intimacy and exploration. And it could be a beautiful journey. Anybody here who likes this video, please give it a thumbs up. Pass it on to your friends. If you want to donate, my PayPal is underneath here. If you want a reading, my email is underneath there. And if you would like to send me a question, I will answer any general question for free. So drop me an email or put it under the comment section. See you later.